Welcome to Voss Organics. Today we're going to use one of our signature crops, kale, and we're going to make a massaged avocado kale salad. We'll harvest the kale, bring it over, and we'll show you how to make it. Here we are in one of our prolific kale beds at Voss Organics, and we've harvested several times from these plants. You can see that it's got sort of a palm tree kind of a structure here, and that's where you want to be harvesting from the side and from below the canopy. So I'm just going to take several leaves from each plant. You should do the same. Maybe you have several plants, or maybe you just have one. And you want to leave at least 5 or 6 leaves at the top to keep the plant producing. So I'm going to take some of the biggest, lowest leaves, and that's what I'm going to use for my kale salad. Part of what makes our kale salad really special is that we garnish it with edible flowers. This is one of our favorite edible flowers that we grow in our garden, and it's nasturtium. So you want to, if you've got a couple different colors, that's awesome. So we got some yellow and some orange ones here, and I like to harvest some of the open ones as well as some of the ones that haven't quite opened yet. And nasturtiums have sort of a spicy and sweet flavor, and they really dress up the salad. So I hope you have some that you can use for your salad as well. All right, so the ingredients that you need are your kale from your garden, your nasturtiums or other edible flowers from your garden, and then things that you need from your pantry: some olive oil, an avocado, a lemon, and really important, you need Maldon salt. This is flaky salt. It's really important to make a good kale salad. So the first thing that you need to do is just tear off the leaves from the stem of your kale. And so you want to tear it into bite-sized pieces right off the stem like that. Okay, I have about a dozen leaves here, and so I think that that'll make a nice salad for 4 to 6 people as like a side dish. But we like to have kale as our main dish sometimes, so you might need a few more leaves for that. Okay, now in our house we do a lot of juicing, so you know, we've been known to take these stems and put them through the juicer, and then of course you got to cut it with something kind of sweet, like maybe apples or something like that, because kale stem juice is not terribly delicious, but it's really nutritious. So, and that way we're using all of it. Or it makes just good fodder for your compost pile too. And there's nothing wrong with putting stuff in the compost pile. And there we have about a dozen leaves worth of kale. Now look how voluminous that is, right? That seems like a lot. Well, just wait. So I'm going to cut my lemon and squeeze my lemon. And I have a squeezer here that's really nice. It kind of takes out the seeds. And the lemon, other than having a good flavor, it kind of cooks the kale a little bit. So I'm just going to pour that over the kale. And then I have a measuring cup here. It says a 1/4 cup. I have no idea how much olive oil I ever put in the kale salad, but I'm going to put this in the 1/4 cup and see if I think that's 1/8 of a cup. And so I'm going to drizzle that on there. That seems like enough. And then I'm going to take my avocado. You want a nice ripe avocado for this. Oh, that's a good one. You never know what you're going to get with avocados, right? So that's a good one. So I'm just going to cut it up a little bit and squeeze it in. Take that pit out. Slice it up. All right, and you want to make sure that you have well-washed hands, because you're going to get your hands right in there. So I've got my olive oil, I've got my avocado, and I've got my lemon juice in my bowl with about 12 leaves of kale, and I'm just going to start massaging. And I'm just going to massage it until that avocado is nice and distributed throughout those leaves. It doesn't take a long time. This is maybe 10 seconds we've been doing this, maybe about 15 seconds, and voila, about 20 seconds. That's all we really need. Okay, so I just went in to get my magic salt box, because this, you might have a magic salt box at home like we do, or a special dispenser for the really good salt. This is called finishing salt. Again, it's really imperative that you have the really good salt. And you just want to take a pinch or two and then kind of toss it a little bit in there. So good. And I also have, I forgot to say, we also like to put some sunflower seeds in. And so we're all ready to top it with some sunflower seeds, salted sunflower seeds. And then we're going to add our nasturtiums right on the top there. And depending on the time of year, you might have some fresh tomatoes and some fresh cucumbers. You could make like a little basil cucumber tomato salad with some olive oil and some balsamic vinegar, and just kind of put that right on top, kind of make a little kale salad nest and then put that on. We didn't do that today, but you can see how lovely that is. And you're going to be the most popular guest when you bring this to your next family meal or potluck. So that was Voss Organics Massaged Kale Salad. Hope that you enjoy it. It is as tasty as it is beautiful. Thanks a lot, everybody.